We are going to appeal the decision of the court yesterday on the Huduma card and Huduma number, because it's unthinkable how we are going to move to the future without integrating our data sets. And then we are going to ask our colleagues across other branches of government who don't understand this. We are available to help them understand what we are trying to do. Because sometimes people make decisions without understanding what we are trying to do. And I'm the best example of this war, because when we were fighting digital migration, we went all the way to the Supreme Court. And now look where we are today. If we had not freed all that spectrum and so on, I don't know how we would be operating today. In the era of COVID and so on, when we have to do these virtual meetings and stuff like that, I don't know how we would be operating today. Look at how many TV stations we have in the country, how many radio stations we have in the country, and how we are able to communicate. If we had not migrated at that time, I don't know what we would be doing today. Yet, you know, the High Court ruled against us, the Court of Appeal ruled against us. We had to go to the to the Supreme Court to get judgment that enabled us to migrate from analog to digital broadcasting. And on the Huduma card and the Huduma number, I want to assure you, I am prepared, and my colleagues in government, we are prepared to go all the way. We have no problem even ending up in the Supreme Court on this matter. Because it's very simple, and all of you understand this, and if you may allow me to take a second on this, it's unthinkable that anybody can think otherwise in this day and age. Because if we have data on your ID with the National Registration Bureau, we have data on your birth certificate, we have data on your PIN at KRA, we have data on your driver's license at the NTSA. What we are doing is bringing all that data together so that you are one person, so that you use one card and one number to access services. What is illegal about that? I don't know where some people live. Just go to some countries in the Middle East, the president of Estonia was here the other day, and it's amazing what she told us and what they're able to achieve in terms of technology. We cannot be the only country where you need a handbag to carry your cards, so that, you know, when you get to the petrol station, you remove your bank card. When you go to hospital, you remove another card. When you get to the airport, you remove another document. When you're going to check NHIF, you remove another card. The people who are opposed to this are the cartels who have made a living out of stealing public funds by coming up with all manner of conflicting systems. So they will supply a different software and different system at NTSA and insist that they're providing a digital license. Then they will go to KRA and look for another system. And they've been making money like this theft of public resources, and this is really what is being protected. So we will go to the Court of Appeal, because we are law-abiding, we will go to the Court of Appeal on this matter. And again, just like digital migration, we're here again in the country where we're arguing about ourselves and arguing against each other over something that should be driven by common sense. That's how everyone lives. You just get one card, one single source of truth. Instead of you being so many people, you know, at NHIF you are one person. At the National Registration Bureau you are another person. At the Registrar of Births and Deaths you are another person. You know, when you go to the Attorney General to check your marriage records, you are again another person. You know, and so on and so forth. And we are getting all these data sets and integrating them so that we give you one card. And when you get that card being read by a machine, they can get all the other information they need, and service is given to you in minutes. We want to go to a place where you can even go with that one card. When you get to the petrol station, you can actually fuel using it, because it can access your bank account and get the 2,000 shillings that you have used to pay for fuel and walk away. That's where technology is going. We cannot be the only country on earth where you need to buy a handbag to carry your cards around. So we will go to the Court of Appeal on the matter, because we believe at some point in the chain of seeking to explain ourselves, someone will be reasonable enough and listen to us and see that what we are doing is good for our country and good for the way we are going to go forward. And that's why I'm confident to tell you this. The PS and I and our colleagues in the security sector, We are working on a new system, which we will be inducting you on, where we will be able to get information deposited in an electronic system in real time from wherever you are, as the ACC in Tarakaniti, if there's a crisis that we need to attend to. And then we can collect our resources in that region, and the RC can be able to coordinate, and the county commissioner very easily, so that we can serve our people. The intention is to ensure that we measure the amount of time it takes to respond to a crisis, so that we're able to serve our people effectively. So please update your knowledge and ensure that you are prepared for the next world. Finally, we are heading to the general elections. We'll talk more about this when we ask our colleagues in the media to take leave, but I want you to know this, that the stability of our country and the security of our people is our foremost responsibility. As administrators, we are not politicians. We work with politicians, but we are not politicians ourselves. So we don't deal with people based on their party affiliation or their creed or their allegiance. The only qualification you need to get services from us is just one. You are a citizen of our country and someone within our jurisdiction. We serve you. The party, your creed, your religious affiliation, your clan, that is your problem. And we don't come in those things. We serve people. We serve our wananchi. I want to ask you, therefore, to be vigilant when you go out to your stations, to be objective, but also to be firm. Do not bend to political pressure. I am aware, and let me say candidly here that I am aware, and some of my colleagues behind here, the regional commissioners know, the cases where, like in Eastern Province, where a governor or some politicians are trying to push us about our county commissioner. I hold this view. We do not dictate anyone on how they do their job. And no one should dictate us on how we do our job. County commissioners, regional commissioners, all of you people work at the pleasure of the president. And when the president has agreed and decided on our posting, that marks the end of the story. And it is that chain of command that decides deployment. We are not going to be manipulated and told, remove John from here because I don't like him and bring me Mary. That is not someone's job. That is our job. So don't listen to some of these people who overreach themselves and then are full of themselves. Some of them have an overestimated sense of self-importance. And they will tell you, you know, oh, I will go to Arambe House and complain. They will come and talk to us, and we will give them a cup of tea and tell them thank you, goodbye. But we will do our job. We will do our job. None of our regional commissioners, none of our county commissioners, and none of our administrators to the level of the chief is going to be intimidated by anybody. Do your work. We have your back. We will take responsibility. The old edict used to be, you guys in the field take all decisions. We will take responsibility. Carry on with your work. Be firm, be true to our country, follow the law, do the right thing, and serve our people. Anything else, the PS and I, we will deal with. Na ikifika mahali, we will go to Madam Kisotu and Rotich, and we will ensure that our officers are able to render services without undue pressure and undue intimidation. Don't go to night meetings. And no one should tell you that because you are not attending my night meeting, tutaonana. Mutaonana wapi? We are also here. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Because administrators, like you are now new officers in the field, and some of you are starting when we are in the electioneering period. You may be facing situations like this. Take it from me. Our president is very firm. and resolute about the security of the country. I serve a president I'm proud of because he's patriotic, he loves his country, and is committed to serve his country. We too have taken that example. And we will do our work without fear or favor. So don't bend to any of those funny things. Do your work. Kirauni umevaa sio mchezo. Kirauni ya serikali na sheria na ni ya nchi yako. Kama kuna maneno, my good friends are here, the RCs, they will tell you, some of these good people have been in service for a while, they know a thing or two. Some people have threatened them before, and they are not there themselves today. And they are here still wearing crown. So do your work. Let's be firm. What's important to me and to all of us is to serve our country. Honestly, fairly, objectively, and respecting our people. Let's love our people. Wherever you go as an SEC, the hallmark of a successful officer, get to know the people you work with, religious leaders, the local priest, local Nyumba Kumi people, know them, work with them. These are the people God has given us to work with. Do not be swayed this way, that way, and so on and so forth. Be a firm officer and be proud of it. Some of these people here, I've had occasion to work with them, some of these regional commissioners. People know them. I mean, the whole country, people know Natembea, ama namna gani. They know, they know Natembea is a farm officer. He's not si mtu wa kucheza hivi namna hii. They know he's a farm officer. And they can't joke with the officers like that. They can't play games with Esther because she's a lady. They know she's firm. And when they will come to tell us things, we'll give them a cup of tea and welcome them as Kenyan citizens and leaders. And at the end of what they have said, we will tell them, thank you, have a good day, and let us continue with our work. Thank you, good people, and God bless you.